my new CD that will be coming out is going to be called Emergence, and it's going to be a quartet album with Harvie S, Steve Williams, and James Weidman. And this is going to be the third record in the series that we've made together. And this one's going to have Jerry Bergonzi on it as a guest. Tenor saxophonist Jerry Bergonzi guesting for 4 tunes. And we're playing a mix of originals and standards, and the originals are my tunes and Harvie S and Jerry Bergonzi each wrote 1 tune for the project, and then we have 2 standards. And essentially the vibe on the record is it's like an impressionistic ECM kind of an album over some really hard driving grooves. It's essentially. Well, I've been playing with Harvie regularly since like around 2008, and he introduced me to Steve Williams, and we had made a record called The Circle Starts Here in 2013. And then for the next album, he decided to introduce me to James Weidman, and those 3 have a group called the Aperturistic Trio. And that next album was called The Coordinator, which is Larry Corban plus the Aperturistic Trio. And from there, that became my working group. And my next album after that maintained the Aperturistic Trio plus myself, and then we added Steve Spiegel for 3 cuts. So just to maintain that momentum of having a different guest with this particular group, this album has Jerry Bergonzi on it for 4 tunes. Well, what's great with Jerry is he's a bit of a legend within the Boston scene. It's like almost like having like a John Coltrane on your record. You know, like I've been like listening to Jerry myself since I was in high school. So it's again like Harvie as well. You know, like they informed my development since I was a kid. So just to have the opportunity to play with my heroes like this is like huge. It's almost like a dream come true, essentially. Funny story. Like, you know, when I was a kid, like I was a heavy metal fan, and I had gone to see like Ronnie James Dio with his guitar player Craig Goldie, and I decided, you know what, this is just too difficult. I can't play this stuff. I'll never be able to do it. I'm going to start playing jazz because at least, you know, that's technically easier than whatever's going on here with this heavy metal stuff. And that's the joke. It's like I met Craig Goldie like 20 years later and told him that. Now he thought it was the funniest thing because jazz is like far more difficult. But players that were very influential for me was like Pat Martino, like that record, the live record, and then Impressions off of Consciousness. His version of Sunny off a live record for me was like, wow, like kind of a gunshot that was heard across the world. You know, when I heard that, I was like, I have to learn how to do this. Thrilled to say it keeps developing and getting better. Like each record consecutively has more in store than the previous one. It surprises me even to see, you know, there's always like a next level up, like when you get to play with these guys.